My name is Aliyah Alexander, and I believe that top performing student athletes should be able to be paid. Do you remember Zion Williams? He's a freshman basketball player at Duke University who's said to be the next LeBron James whenever he enters into the NBA draft. But he was injured during the first few seconds of an NCAA game during March Madness. So the question is, why would he risk his health and his future for a system that doesn't even compensate him? Why would he? I think he should limit the risk to his professional payday, especially if no one is paying him. I mean, sure, he gets his tuition paid, probably. Not all student athletes do. Some of them play just to play for the love of the sport, although they bring millions and billions of dollars of revenue to the school. While coaches receive bonuses for breaking records and winning very important games, the student athletes, all they get is a pat on the back and people tell them to just keep playing, even though they're not, everything is still the same. Student athletes practice, probably the top performing ones probably spend about 10 hours a day practicing, lifting weights, and on top of that, they still have to maintain a GPA and go to class. I believe that it's not fair. The system isn't fair. And some people think that student athletes are getting paid because some of them are on scholarship. At least a lot of the top performing players are. But is scholarship really a payday that they should be seeing when they're generating so much revenue for the university? They're giving the university free advertisement. They're a part of they're the ones in the front. People want to see them all the time. So why would he continue to risk his future if it could be blown in a second, just in a game? I believe student athletes should get paid at least a portion of the amount of money they bring in. But others probably don't think so, which is why it hasn't been done yet. Some people think that this is just the way it has to be because athletes, they have to go through their little, talent phase before they get picked up and start making millions. But being a student in college is hard enough, let alone having to go to practice and still perform at your best of the best. You still take tests. You still do projects. I mean, most of the time, student athletes even miss a whole bunch of classes. So I'm sure they're behind. And they still have to maintain a certain GPA in order to even compete in the NCAA. So student athletes should be able to get paid, even if people don't think so. I mean, they're the ones who's doing all the work, right?